swag. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be trying to move, trying to steal swag.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up, man? Hey, welcome to the Shot Clock. I am your host, G-Day Hoop Scout. Along with me, got Rob C in the gym. We got Coach Ant Willis. Fellas, what's going on, man? How was your week, man?
Productive, man. Productive.
Really good week, man. Really good week. Enjoyed watching some basketball training. I was at the gym today, watched the Prep Hoops tournament. Shout out to Prep Hoops. Pretty good tournament for some 8th grade, 7th grade teams. Really good tournament. Really good show out.
Okay.
The state of basketball.
Go ahead, Rob.
Nah, just saying the state of basketball is in good hands at Texas, man. From college all the way down, man. We Texas as a whole, we looking pretty good on the basketball side, man. They say we're a football state, but basketball looking pretty good these days.
Yeah, when they need to stop saying that because basketball is starting to be very, very big in Texas. Like,
no, it is. It is.
They need to stop saying that. Like,
I'm so thankful about this.
And we're producing some of the best kids too. So
yeah, without a doubt.
And you just call us athletic state.
So
I mean, it is because not just, and I think that the people miss out on the fact that football is so big here, but basketball, baseball,
soccer,
volleyball, soccer, like it's a lot of kids that come from Texas. Like I'm sure Texas is the number, if you did like overall, number one, gotta be.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
If y'all haven't done so, hey, make sure that y'all share the show real quick before we get into everything. Just like to welcome everybody once again. Y'all free to hop in the comment section, no matter what side you're on, the Twitter side, YouTube, or if you're on Facebook right now. Hop in the comment section. We can have a little dialogue with you guys. Right now, we finna get into the first game that we're going to recap on today, and that game is Pearland versus Dawson. The fact that Pearland and Dawson, that was a really big matchup right there for the district to take lead first place in District 23 6A UIL. Dawson came away with a 10-point victory. Hayden Windsor, 6'6" junior, played really well, 14 points. He had 9 rebounds, 3 block shots. He was 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. And so he really helped out really big for them. You know, he was 4 for 5 just in the first half from the 3-point line. They started playing him tightly, kind of doubling him a little bit in the second half. Didn't really get to do much, but his team stepped up. AJ Richards really stepped up really big in the fourth quarter for them. He had 10 points all in the fourth quarter. And that kind of gave them that win because in the third quarter, Pearland was coming back. Fellas, I don't know if any of you got to see Dawson or Pearland this season. Dawson did beat Shadow Creek as well. So just playoffs is around the corner. What's y'all outlook, man? What's y'all take on it?
I mean, my prediction worked out, last week. Dawson beat Pearland, you know what I'm saying? But I think they got a pretty good team, man. They got solid pieces that will help them play well in the playoffs. Got some key pieces. You got a guy like what's hooping very well. So I think they'll do very well. I mean, I don't want to talk too early, but for sure they should be a second round, third round team for sure. So.
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback off what Coach Anthony said, I picked Dawson. I feel like this game gonna always be close, a rivalry game. Kids know each other. They play similar styles. They got similar style players, and I predicted it was gonna be a home and home. Like you say, I got Dawson second round somewhere in there, but it's still early. But it's exciting though. I mean, when they play in the playoffs though, if you never seen they style of play, it's kind of frustrating because they slow it down, take the air out the ball. So you got to get your mind right, watch a lot of film when you play them. But hey man, you got like a boxing match, you got to learn how to win against different styles though. So styles make fights.
That's true, man. That's what the playoffs is about. Contrast of styles, playing against teams that maybe you haven't seen a lot this year. Maybe you don't have a lot of film on them. And so that's one of the aspects I like about the playoffs as well. And one of the things that I missed this year from tournament, because no tournaments happen, man. But hopefully next year.
Gotta get that back.
Man,
we gotta get that back. We got it. Hey, it's too many big tournaments, high school tournaments that we did not get a chance to see this year. That for sure we got to get those back for next year, man. It's too many teams need to play against each other that they may not get a chance to play against. Matchups that we want to see with kids. I think this year kind of hurt a couple guys too to kind of get some credit that they may have been looking for, to play against certain guys in these tournaments, because these tournaments do put a lot of good matchups together to where guys get a chance to play against other guys they may not see or in different districts or in different class, 6A, 5A, private school, whatever situation. So we got to get these tournament backs for sure.
For sure. Man, I missed it.
So,
yeah, definitely, man. It has been missed.
No doubleheaders in the playoffs either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true, man. Wow.
No doubleheaders in the playoffs.
What we
playoffs
doing,
will
man?
not be played.
What we doing?
Hey,
no regional sites.
No regional site. So that means no Berry Centers, no Campbell Centers.
No.
So it's all just like at your home and stuff like that.
It's a flip.
Yeah, you flip the coin. You get to choose on location. Then the other team coach gets to choose ref. And so.
Yeah, so say like Beaumont United play High Tower. If they flip, High Tower probably want to play at Hobson. But Beaumont United probably want to play at LaPorte. Well, now they can't play at Hobson. But, somewhere close. And then Beaumont United probably want to play at LaPorte. There ain't no Campbell Center, no Sam Houston State, no Berry Center, no nothing, man. No double hitter regional games this year, none of that.
Yeah, man, none of that. It's gonna be tough.
I'm just glad. Well, at least we can say on a positive note, these kids get to play the playoffs because last year they cut them. So
yes,
at least we get a chance to see playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, that is a good thing. Coming up next, we got what you talking about, Willis with Coach Ant Willis.
That him! What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
What's good, world? It's Coach Anthony Willis with What You Talking About Willis. Today, I got a very hot topic. I really want to see what people have to say to talk about this going forward. So when I talk about this today, please get in these comments and do your best to give me your opinion. So today, I'm here to talk about status versus development. What I mean by that is when we look at kids, whether it's high school, AAU, or anything like that, I think a lot of these kids today worry about status instead of their real development. So I'm gonna give you an example. So there's kids out there who play at their high school and say they're a sophomore on JV or a sophomore on varsity. The sophomore on JV plays a lot. The sophomore on varsity doesn't, okay? They're finna go into an AAU situation, okay? They go to the same school, the same AAU program, wants them to play for each other. Well, that varsity kid may not want to play with that JV guy because he feels like, well, I'm on varsity, he's on JV. But both of them are competing next year for minutes again as juniors, where it's really to me about that summer, that development, where each kid goes, where, you know, to me, you go to an AU program where that team is going to help you develop as a young man first, then as a basketball player, but also make sure you got coaches who's going to really help your development where you work on your weaknesses and your strengths and get you playing time on the floor. But that kid who's that varsity kid has a certain status where he wants to play on an elite team, but he may not be elite, but he feels he is. And sometimes I think parents and kids get too caught up early on when, you know, you're 8th grade, freshman, sophomore year about what AAU program you're on, what's the name, Houston who, JL3, whatever, I'm on the elite team or whatever, instead of finding a program that's going to develop your kid. Same thing in high school. You worrying about being on varsity, but are you ready? Meaning we all say old school, everybody want exposure, but you can also get exposed. And let's get a little deeper. I know a lot of kids grow up, you know, they live in a great situation where when I grew up, you know, I didn't grow up in, you know, with a lot of money and everything like that. So I never expected certain things. I always was a digger. I always was a grinder. But if you got this kid that grew up a certain way and his mama drive a BMW, and you got this other kid, mama, who drive a Honda Accord, there's a different value, a different way of living. And so sometimes people get caught up in that too, because they feel like the way their life is has to translate with everything that they deal with. But sometimes that kid who mama drive a Honda is better than the kid that mama drive a BMW. So for me, we got to take status out of basketball. It's all about development. It's all about getting your kid better and finding the best situation to develop his skills. So when that opportunity comes, he's prepared for that opportunity. Because as well as you want exposure, there's also being exposed. And sometimes kids need to understand what that means. So for me, I just want to hear what everybody got to say about how people kind of, you know, judge development also off of status instead of just really trying to hone in on the things that they kid really need to develop and get better with, and not so much, you know, chase the status of the AAU name or being around, oh, I got to play with these kids, where you may not be on the same level as those kids. So, you know, G-Day and Rob, talk to me.
Man, great points that you brought up. There's lots of situations that I could pull from just this season with kids who are playing on a varsity roster, and they're a sophomore or a freshman, and they're barely clocking any minutes at all, and can be getting a lot of good developmental skills and even playing time in by playing on a JV or a sophomore or freshman team. I don't see what the big deal is, especially if you're an underclassman who's not starting on varsity, or if you're not even in that like top 7 rotation. Like as a parent, I would be like, hey, look, you know, my son is 10th man, 11th man off the bench. He's a sophomore. Coach, we just rather play JV basketball this season. For one, he's not getting recruited right now because he's the 10th or 11th man on your bench. So college coaches can't see him play. I can't get any film on him on the varsity level. And so I just rather him play against some of his peers, just for his own morale, you know, just to build up his own self-confidence. just for him to develop his own skill set and to become better. And so that's where I kind of stand on it. But I'm not one who I can't make any parent do that. I know some people, they want their kids to be on varsity. They want to be like, well, I was a 4-year varsity letterman. But
Status.
at the end of the day, that means diddly squat if you done all that and you're not receiving a basketball scholarship or getting any type of grants from a university or a higher learning institute that's going to help you academically and financially, and you're still going to want to play basketball. So that's where I stand and I feel on that. That's a good topic, man. That's something that a lot of people are afraid to discuss openly, and I've like a couple of parents who I've kind of talked with or have even kind of been scared to even approach the high school coach about the situation. I mean, now the season's over; it's the end of the season, but
sometimes the high school coach tells them, and that kid be, no, I'm gonna fight for my minutes. I'm gonna fight for my minutes, and it's like, it's not about fighting for minutes. It's about understanding you got to get ready for your opportunity. And a lot of kids, like you said, refuse. And it just doesn't make sense to me. It's the same thing for AAU, where people will be like, hey, I want to be on the top team. And I'll be like, oh, well, you're the like 11th, 10th man, 9th man. You're not going to play a lot. And you're a kid, say, who needs to develop this summer. So your situation in high school is better, because one thing people need to understand is, I understand you want to be a part of a competitive organization playing good tournaments. I get it. Everybody does. But the biggest thing that I think that people get mistaken is reps is more important than being on a top team and you getting to put your chest out and be like, hey, I got Houston Hoops. Hey, I got JL3 or whatever. It's and I'm not trying to hit at that, defenders, whatever, but I'm just saying in general, when people see elite behind, they get, oh, I got to be on the elite team. No, you got to be on a team that you're going to get your best development and your best opportunity to help you develop. Because like you said, G-Day, there's some kids who play varsity 4 years and don't go play college basketball. And then it's a kid who may play 2 years and get a scholarship because he developed, he created the right opportunity for himself, he worked on his skill set. So when it was time to perform and that coach is in the building and that stands, he ready for the exposure, not to get exposed. And the only reason why I keep using JL3 hoops and like guys like defenders, those are the 3 shoe teams now in Houston. So, that's just what it is. But that's my thought process of not only just AAU, but like you said, high school, being varsity 10th, 11th man, and you could be able to start on JV and get a lot of reps and playing time, playing through your mistakes, playing through your turnovers, understanding what you need to get better with. Like, that's just.
But it's the same thing. We always talk about it, man. It correlates with life. That's like going to go get a Bentley or BMW and not understanding that you got to get those parts shipped in foreign instead of going and get a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord or something you can drive. Like, it's a lot of kids that would rather have that Letterman jacket and be like, man, I'm playing on varsity, than to go on JV and kill. And get, you know what I'm saying? Like, they feel like that's a death sentence to go to JV and actually grind, because we live in it's the society that we live in. We live in a microwave society. I need it now. I want it now. Please make it ready now. And it trickles down. It's the kid. It's the parent. I ain't gonna say it's all coaches, but it's some coaches. Some coaches scared to say, hey, man, well, you got to play on the second team this year, because then, the kid might leave. And then, so it's like, man, look, we got to man up, woman up, whatever. Like, and I say this all the time to the parents too. And I know they be like, you always harping on this. But y'all have to be honest in y'all household in these circles, man. I tell my kids all the time, like, if you're not good, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you you're good. You're just not good right now. That don't mean you can't get better. You're just not there right now. Like, my mama would tell me, like, you don't need to be playing varsity right now. You suck.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So parents.
That's true though, Rob. That's true though,
You can't walk
man.
up to a parent right now. Like, it's very, I'm going to say very few parents that you can walk up to and be like, Miss such and such, your son should be on JV. And they be like, you know what, Coach Willis, you right. The first thing they going to say, You hating on my son. You hate me. And then they gonna say, we gonna show you. But you got 14 DMPs. Basically, you ain't played since a tournament in November, and now it's the playoffs, and you just sitting on the bench with a playoff shirt on. Just to say you on varsity.
And let's say it again. Couple kids tell their parents what they're gonna do instead of, the parent be like, well, I'm gonna let him make the decision. And it's like, come on. And then I want to tap on what Curtis said before we get off the Curtis Stewart. He said practice better than the game. The actual game is war. He's correct.
Yes.
But let's get better than that. I've coached high school basketball. There are varsity coaches where when they're going in practice, they're just going through their plays and sets. They're not really working on stuff for that kid to really get developed in the practice, where if they already got their 8-man rotation, and parents, you may not see this, but I'm letting you know as a coach, that 9th and 10th man and 11th man sometimes don't get subbed in practice. He's sitting on the side watching that 8 or 9 get prepared for that next game. And some coaches don't practice JV and varsity together, especially this year with COVID and stuff like that. So again, I feel like you're correct. Practice is where it's at. But if you're the starter on JV and practice, you getting all the reps. But if you coming off the bench on varsity, you may not get in practice all the time. That just may not happen. And if it's varsity versus JV, it's almost like a practice, like a game. We subbing this guy, we subbing this guy, we subbing this guy. And hey, there's a difference. You may not get in. And what he said is too, a big difference between development and exposure. We got to be honest with the kids. Correct. He is very correct. And that's what we need to understand, is that we need to start harping so much about exposure. Develop your kids, get them ready for the opportunity, because I've seen so many kids think they ready and get in front of a coach and straight just drop the ball and be like, oh man, no. I told my stepson the same thing. We was playing in the Gasso, his going to his senior year. We got smacked by the Raptors. They had a team. They had a good team. They had
Jesse,
all
Kyrie, Tim Aldridge.
We had Air Force Academy. We had UT Tyler. We had UTRGV. I mean, it was loaded, and he had a bad game. You weren't ready for that exposure, son. So again, we had to get back to the lab, get better. Yeah. And when he had the opportunity again at the Christmas crossover, and McNeese was in there, and Navy was there, there you go, your opportunity. You ready? Like, bro, it's the real people. We have to understand what development is and not get it tied up with status and exposure.
And that goes even further into college too. That's why the transfer portal is so full. Because people pick name over style and fit. You pick the name like, oh, Duke, but you're not a Duke kid. You got 71 mid-major offers and 1 high major. You might not be a Duke kid. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
And a lot of kids also, they choose where they feel I'm going to go in and play right away. And that's not the case, because they didn't really truly do their homework fully, and even be active within their own recruiting per se. Like, I'm being recruited, you offer me a scholarship. Okay, who else have you offered a scholarship? Who are you looking at the transfer portal? Who are you bringing back? Who are you planning on bringing up? And so a lot of people don't ask those questions as well. Then you get on campus and you're going based off of last year's rosters, not knowing the incoming roster. And it's just another shell shock for you. And yes, I'm appreciate all the comments that everybody is pouring in right now.
Exactly.
Hey, all of these are facts. This is a hot topic. We do have to start. I preach on this all the time. Hold the kids accountable. We do. And the parents have to hold themselves accountable as well. And as Coach Stewart said, some kids just happy to be on the team. They are. Some kids don't even want to get in the practices. They just happy to be there. So become the team manager. You still get to travel with the team. You still get to do that for free. I mean, yes, okay. Some people may clown. You know what I'm saying? Some of your homies at school may clown you, but hey, those type of jobs are the jobs that Eric Spoelstra had, and he's a head coach
Yeah,
in the
facts,
NBA.
facts.
From being a
Big
manager in
facts.
high school, being a film
Rings.
guy in college, being a film guy in the NBA, and eventually continue to work his way up. And so sometimes that's the road for everybody. A lot of these GMs of NBA, we're off of high school for a moment. A lot of the majority of them never even touched a basketball a day in their life. A lot of presidents, and so it's okay if you're not that guy. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Guess what? Still going to support you. I still want you to go to college. Still want you to earn that degree because that's the American standard. That's the way that you can have a lot of doors open to you quickly and easier. You can still have them doors open for you. It's just going to take a little bit longer, and the road's going to be just a little bit rougher. Next
Facts.
game. Next game. Good, great topic. Coach Ant Willis, man, that was a hot topic right there. You always do a really good job. What you talking about?
Told you
Willis?
I had y'all today, baby. I had y'all today, baby. I had y'all today, baby.
Next game, Woodlands, College Park. All right, so that was the Woodlands Christians College Park. College Park is still undefeated in district play. Uh, Looking really, really solid right now. They're gelling. 17-3 overall is their record. They're in Region 2, District 13. Kind of it's a new district as well. First year that these kids they're playing together as far as team wise. They bring in Grand Oak, a new high school that was just built 3 years ago. They pulled Willis up from 5A as well, and then to round it off, you got Conroe, the Woodlands, Oak Ridge, and then College Park, all within that district region. That's Region 2, District 13. They're undefeated right now, 17-3 on the season. Fellas, how far do you think that they can go in Region 2? I mean, you still have to go through all the Cypresses. You got to go through your Westfield. Even Alding Davis is still playing, having a good season. The Kleins.
College Park.
Forward.
College Park, like, hey, I'm gonna say that College Park like a Turo Gotti in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be an underdog, but man, he might come in there and shock the world. Like, College Park can get hot from range. You know what I'm saying? They got shooters, and they, like you said, they gelling. They got good chemistry. This is the best team that they had since Quinn Grimes left. Oh man, they're a dark horse for sure. Like, they can. It wouldn't surprise me if they made it to the third round and upset some people.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They ain't a dark horse to me. I used to live in that area. So what's crazy is a lot of people don't know Drew Calderon, number 0, the kid they just had like all those kids been playing together since almost like freshman sophomore year on varsity. So they're a solid team that's been developed from day one to be where they're at now. They're one of those teams that I believe like when you have every 4 years, kind of like in college, like Michigan State. They don't never get no big time, just good kids. They get some good kids, but they don't be going for the blue chips. And he developed. And then by the time he got some juniors and some seniors, they just sound a really good sound team, fundamentally understand how to play together. They know each other game. They got a bunch of different pieces, like you said, who can shoot the ball. I think they could probably make it to the 3rd round because depending on who they play coming out of like that Cypress area, West, because they're going to be number 1. So they ain't getting, like Westfield.
Yeah.
They ain't getting
not right.
Woods or
Right
Side Creek.
Their first game, if the playoffs were to start today, they will play DeCaney.
I'm good. I'm good.
I don't want to do.
I'm just telling you,
Stevens, man. I don't want to.
Coach
Stevens can coach.
He can coach. but I'm gonna tell you right now, they got enough pieces, and I'm gonna talk about a piece on this team because this piece on that team is a very great definition of what we were just talking about. So let me tell you something. I want everybody, if you're in the comments, who knew Drew Calderon? Who knew who he was? Besides G-Day. G-Day.
Nah.
And where is he going, G-Day?
Indiana State.
And that is a what?
A Division I school.
All right. And I'm going to tell you why. I've been knowing that kid since he was in the 6th grade. That kid has played for a couple AAU teams. He played for Spring City Ballers, which is no longer AAU no more. That used to be Aaron Scott's dad team. Then he played for Upside Athletics for a couple years. And then after that last year, he didn't play for nobody. He was in the lab, getting to work. And when he committed to Indiana State, boys was like, who is this kid? Who is he? His game is very rounded. He's always been a great shooter. And one thing I would say this year that he added to his game, he's a little bit more athletic, got weight on him, and he's doing better attacking the rim when his jump shot's not falling. And again, a kid who developed, who played underneath the radar, not really a kid who's always been talked about, probably not even ranked. If I go and look on RCX Sports, he probably ranked, but he ain't high, and he going D1. So
wasn't he the first commit of 2020 class?
He was the first.
2021?
2021. Yeah, 2021.
Correct. And I know he ain't in no top 20 on the RCS Sports or nothing like that. I know he's not, but he's
he's not. Nah, he's not.
Exactly. So again, it's be ready for your opportunity. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. That's a great example, G. I like that game you just showed, man.
He could play.
I like that game.
He played solid as well as Ty Buckman and Marvin Dock. They all play really solid.
Ty Buckman, another one, another good kid.
Really good core that they have. They can shoot the ball. They got scrappy on defense.
Ty Buckman, a junior, right?
Yeah, he is. They showed, and so they just showed a lot in that matchup. A lot of people are like, but it was the Woodlands, but still, they still showed a lot. They showed their hand a lot in that game.
But the Woodlands got a decent team. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, they got a transfer from Washington, Seattle, who's the senior.
Yeah.
They got Shea. They got the big kid who like 6'5", 6'6", who's been on varsity. Yeah. Like they got some pieces. They ain't just no pushover. They've had some good games this year, some good wins. So, I get it. A lot of people don't go out to that area. So they like, the Woodlands, College Park, that's not really good. No, there's some hoopers. There's some good kids out there.
Nah, it is.
Go watch some games. Go watch.
It's right. Hey, coming up next, we got Carol's Corner with Rob C in the gym.
One thing you'll never see me do, and that's giving up. That money, you right, can't get enough. Pump pressure to the game, and I ain't letting up.
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to Carol's Corner, man. I'm here today with my guest, Jaden Chaney. He is a first-team all-district player from the Westfield Mustangs. They are currently 16-3 on the season, 8-0 in district. They have not lost a district game since his sophomore year. So that means they 22-0 at this point. They got wins against Summer Creek on the road, and they beat Concordia Lutheran. He is currently averaging 12.3 points, 5.7 assists, and 1.8 steals. Welcome to Carol's Corner, Mr. Cheney. How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. We're going to jump right in it, man, because I know you got a lot. I know you got a lot to say.
Yes, sir.
How is this Westfield team different from last year?
We're not really as big and athletic we was last year, but we still we harp on defense, we harp on sharing the ball, we harp on all the little stuff our coach tell us to do. Just push. Don't worry about last year. Don't bring up last year. It's a new year, new team. We just working 8-0.
I got you. I seen y'all early in the preseason in August. Y'all was kind of shaky. I pulled you to the side. I talked to you. Did y'all use the disrespect that y'all was, because I know y'all was hearing the naysayers saying y'all not gonna be as good as last year. Like, did y'all use that as a chip on y'all shoulder?
Yes, sir. We did. Our coach tell us every day rankings. Y'all come out with rankings every week. He tell us that don't mean nothing. We just gotta work. We low, we high. It don't matter. We just work.
I got you. How has playing for Coach Goffney helped develop your game?
I've been playing with him 4 years. When I first met him, I started. Then I had a bad attitude, so I came off. But I always worked. I always put in the work that I had to do. He a great coach. He don't bash us. He make us work. We work. Weight room, track, anything. We work.
I seen y'all with the above the head thing. Y'all be doing all the old school stuff.
Tripping sometimes, but it get us right.
That's coach. Man, okay, so you played AAU this year with Texas Tech. Team Takeover. How was playing with them and dealing with the COVID-19 restrictions? Like, how was all that and knowing that you was getting recruited at the same time? Like, how was that?
I just want to say shout out Coach Kim, shout out Coach P. They're my coaches. I love my team. I love Texas Tech. I'm glad they took me in. We worked. We beat some teams. We came up short, but we worked. Corona hit us, but we didn't stop. We just knew. Like, we came in when the summer was over. We knew. We said when the season starts, it's our year. So we just working our senior year. All of us, Eli, Chris, Jake, HBU commit. We all just work.
Shout out Jake. Shout out Eli, man.
Yes, sir. To my boys.
How did you prepare yourself for the season personally, knowing that you was gonna be like the leader? Like last year, you was the point guard, but we kind of like people could have said, "Oh, Lonzo was the leader; he won MVP." But like, how did you get your mindset this year, knowing that this team as a team, but personally, you the heart and soul of the team, like you the head, you the extension of the coach?
I had to lock in. I had to get my mind right. I had to, it's my senior year, and it's already 25 games. It was cut short, so like no days off. I'm pushing everybody every day. We just working. He trusted me. He told me the ball gonna be in my hands, so I just been working summers, working on my jumper, inside, outside game, finishing still, getting my teammates involved, just working, because I knew it was gonna be my year.
All right. How big is and I'm going to always ask this question to all y'all because I see all y'all parents, but how big is the support that you get from your dad? Because he like at every game, he filming, he trying to take one of our jobs, man. Like how big is that knowing that you're going to get that support every game?
It's big, it's having a parent, a father figure that's going to get your name out there. He going to love you to death. He going to do whatever he can to get you out there. You just got to work behind the camera. He could record all you want, post all he want, but if you're not working, then it's just not gonna get you nowhere. But he's gonna do everything he can to get me where I need to be.
Boy, we've been doing some media training here. Boy, I like that answer. One more question before we get into the game of this and that, man. I'm gonna ask you a question I ain't asked nobody. It's a 2-part question. Do you feel like you the best point guard in this city? And if you say yes, why?
I feel like I am because I could. People call me pass first, but I score any way I want to. I can get to the rim, inside, outside, but mainly I just get my teammates involved. People don't really look at it just like that, but I'm gonna be the one that's gonna change. I'm gonna get them involved, and I'm gonna still score my buckets when I can. Every chance I get, I know the ball gonna be in my hands. Either score, get my teammates help.
I like that. Yeah, I will say this. before we get into it, I challenged you earlier this year. I told you that this wasn't the team for you to try to average 20 assists. And I seen that you started scoring more, but also staying true to yourself and being unselfish. Like your tape blew up in the city, but that's a testament of how hard you've been working. And every year we've seen the development, you know what I'm saying, of your game go more and more. So when you say work, we know you're not lying because I've seen you go from here to here to here. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing, man. So now we finna get into the legendary game of this and that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you two options and you tell me what you think.
Yes, sir.
The first one we gonna go with, would you rather get a game-winning offensive play or a game-winning defensive play?
No, I would rather get a defense. You know, it's easy to go get you could go get you in there, go get you a foul, do whatever you can, but you got a defense, either you locking up, you getting blown by, you gonna step to the side, get that charge, get that passing lane still. You know, I'm gonna do whatever I can on defense. You can go get you a foul.
Big. I like that. Would you rather beat Eisenhower on the road or Decaney on the road?
Decaney, you know, that's a big rival. Everybody there.
Yeah.
You gotta show out there.
Yeah, for sure. Would you rather are you more partial to individual workouts or playing 5-on-5 pickup?
Individual. I get to work on myself, you know, get to ask the coach, you know, face to face. Is this what I need to do? Like, is this my shot? Do I need to work on it more? Is it not my shot? You know, I could just talk to him personally. I don't got to worry about looking over my shoulder. Like, he looking at me, asking him a question. I ain't got nothing to just ask.
Good. All right. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Come on, Michael. Easily.
Oh, that brand. Okay.
Easily MJ,
Okay. And the last one, I've been getting killed for this for 2 weeks. So I finally got it right. NBA young boy or Lil Baby?
Come on, man. Young boy off the rip, man. Come on, man. Come on,
Stop
man.
it. Nah, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man. Give them your Twitter handle and your Instagram, all that, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
You know, I'm Jaden Chaney, Westfield point guard, class 2021, working. Twitter handle GLOJO2, GLOJAYO2. I don't really be on Instagram like that, but I don't do that. But on Twitter, my teammates. If you don't see my teammates, then I'm not nowhere else.
Gotcha. Oh, I got one more question.
Huh?
Do you wish that y'all could play in Region 3 in the playoffs? Because they slight y'all in Region 2 a lot. But like, I know you're gonna say yes, but do you feel like y'all are fare well in Region 3 in the playoffs?
I feel like Region 3 would be best for us. I feel like we'll get. I mean, this year we going as far as we can, but Region 3 will for sure. But Region 2 with all the heat at, so we'll take the heat. I mean, it ain't nothing to it. Don't get your third round, we'll take it. I mean, we just gotta work. We just gotta work. But we move to Region 3, you already know where that's coming. You already know. I ain't gonna lie, you already know where that's coming.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. We'll be watching out for the Westfield Mustangs, man.
Hey, I got a question before you go.
Yes, sir. I got you.
You really think Michael Jordan better than LeBron?
Man. What you mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Y'all killing me.
Come on,
Y'all
man.
killing me.
That ain't no
Y'all
question.
killing me, man. Y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me.
MJ, I mean, I like MJ. LeBron, he. I mean, I don't like him, but I mean, when he be dunking and flashbacks, I be like, oh yeah, that's nice. But MJ, it can't be another MJ. It can't.
So you a pass first guy, right?
Yes, sir.
So LeBron's one of the greatest pass first guys there is.
You can say that.
And he makes every guy on his team better, just like you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you're the best point guard in the city of Houston, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Like I said, LeBron James, my guy. Hey, LeBron James, my guy.
LeBron, not a point guard, man. LeBron, not a point guard.
Hey, averaged 11 assists last year, my guy.
If I had AD, trust me, I'll have 20 assists a game. I swear.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
real quick before you go, man, for the college coaches who tune in, give them a little bit of info about yourself, your game, what it is that you do.
I'm known as pass first. It's true. I get my teammates open first. I'd rather see my teammates go before me. But I mean, when the game on the line, I mean, they trust me, so I just got to do what I got to do. But if I trust them, they get it too. But I'm a I'm a knockdown mid-range shooter. You know, I'm inside, outside. I can finish either hand, shoot the three, come up the screen, anything. Play defense. I'm just a hard worker. I'm just trying to get where I need to be.
Coaches, if you have any inquiries about Jaden Chaney, please contact me, myself, Rob C, or Coach Ant Willis, any one of us, and we'll get you directly straight over to his father and himself, and we'll move ourselves right out the way. Hey, nobody's going to plug yourself the way that you plug yourself, man. You know, all I can do is my part as well, but for you to do it yourself is really big. Jaden, I'll see you on Saturday because I'm coming to that game when y'all play Decaney at 7 p.m.
Jaden, don't lose that. Don't lose the pass first. Hey, don't lose that pass first mentality because as the game evolves, you're gonna evolve no matter what the game is, and that's a good I would say skill set to have, man. That a lot of kids today don't understand that. That's what college coaches want. It translates on every level of college, and it translates on every pro level. So don't change that. Like don't never change that. You can always improve your jump shot. You can always improve finishing, athleticism. But a kid who understands pass first and get his teammates involved is always a kid that everybody's gonna want to play with.
Oh, Coach Archie said, "What's your GPA?"
I know your GPA, but Coach Archie wants you to tell him. What's your GPA?
GPA 3.0. I didn't take the SAT. I don't think we need it this year. I don't think.
No, you good.
Yeah, I didn't take the SAT, ACT, but 3.0.
Yes, sir, man.
Yes, sir.
I know you got a lot to do, man. We'll let you log off whenever you want, man.
Yes,
appreciate you for hopping on, man.
Thank you.
Wait, I'm gonna give my thanks, cause Willis, you know, you seen me, you know, you always held me up high. You never did, you know, you was there for me. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Rob, you know, my man's for real, respect you for real. Appreciate everything.
No problem.
Thanks for that video. That video is heat. Hey, but Saturday it's a new video, man. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, Saturday, man. I'm gonna be there. I'll be there.
9-0, man. We coming.
Yeah. Undefeated in district, man. Y'all keep knocking that door down.
Yes, sir. Just trying to do the same thing last year, 14-0, trying to get farther in playoffs all the way this time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right.
Hey, that was Jaden Chaney, man. He's a really good young man. Coaches, once again, if y'all need contact information, please get with me, Rob C, or Coach Ant Willis, either one of us, and we can kind of move from there. Fellas, man, hey, that was a really good interview, Rob, man.
Appreciate it.
Great interview.
Appreciate it.
I'm still kind of upset about this little baby and young boy. Everybody keeps saying young boy. And I'm like,
who
man.
said somebody said
what? That's my guy Jalen, man.
Yeah, Jalen said they love young boy.
They do though. No. Like
I didn't know he was still that popular. Like
what? If you're from the ages of like 16 to like 21, young boy. And the reason why it is also he keeps himself like always. It could be for music, it could be some crazy stuff. He's always doing something to stay relevant. Lil Baby, he's, again, he's the type of dude who now he say he the new age Chief Keef. That's true. That is true. That is very true. But Lil Baby, again, when he made that song recently about what was going on, he showed his true maturity. So he kind of stepping up into a different category. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of music I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jalen Wassinger said chill in the comments. You didn't like that. He
is a young boy fiend, boy. Hey, if you look at his IG, he always got something posted about young boy. Him and Evan them be in my house. Young boy. We had an argument about this already. I'm like, man, stop that.
All right, coming up next, recap Hightower Marshall.
Ooh.
What's up, fellas?
Very high scoring game right there. Fort Bend Marshall versus Fort Bend Hightower. Hightower was able to come away with the victory. Bryce Griggs finished the game with 31 points. Chris Marshall from Marshall, he had 24 points. It was a really exciting game. The fans got into it. The benches were hyped. It's been a long time since I've seen like when the kids will hit a 3 point or whatever, and then like the bench animations, like the one kid hit a 3 point and the one kid act like he was dead, and the other kids came and pulled him. Like it's been a while since I've seen that. I like when benches be getting active and be doing the little silly crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
But it was a good game. Marshall didn't give up. They fought to the very end. They never laid down, and so that's all that you can ask for in a game like that.
Gary, stop showing us your backpack, dog.
Hey man,
I just had to shout out the unicorns, man. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Hey, boy, you crazy.
Nah, I'll go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man, that was a good game, man. I think overall, Marshall and Hightower got some good pieces, man. That some of the top kids in the city. Bryce Kidd still cooking, 31 points, play of the game. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good game. I like that matchup every time. Chris Marshall, and I was just about to bring that up. Jalen, my prediction is he's not committing to anywhere. My prediction is he's going overseas. That's my prediction. That he's not committing anyway. He's going overseas.
Okay, I like that. That's what we had on the show right now. Okay, okay, overseas. Okay.
Well, before I answer that question, let me say that this always a really good matchup to me. This is a tough district. I think that Marshall they are currently not in the playoffs as we speak, but I think they will end up getting the fourth spot and probably will win it. Are they all fourth?
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe they probably will end up probably even winning their first round playoff game. I think Hightower probably got the easiest road to the regionals. But don't want to take nothing.
I like that comment that London just put. I like that comment. I like that. Put that up there, G-Day.
But to
put that up there, G-Day. You know what I'm about to say. Hey, Beaumont United, Terrence Arsenal, the best 2022 class.
I will say this though. Me and G-Day was up at like 1:00 during the bracket yesterday. Hightower side is way easier than Beaumont United side. Beaumont United got to potentially play, if the playoffs ended today in the third round, either Foster or Manville just to get two regionals. So that's tough because Terrence Arsenal got a hold of big. Not saying I love Terrence Arsenal, one of my favorite players in the city, but Terrence Arsenal get Son or Deuce. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what Coach Green got cooked up.
They gotta hold him too.
Well,
unless they going 2-3 zone. I'm
sticking with my prediction from way back when was Manville. So I'm sticking with Manville. But if those two teams matched up, Hightower and Beaumont United, man, I gotta take Hightower, man. I like Tyrone.
I like that. Hey, Rob, if that happened, me and you gonna be front row. I got you on the bet, baby. You know I'm rocking with Terrence Arsenal all the way, baby. I ain't switching up.
I love him.
I ain't switching up.
And to answer Jalen's question, I like Coach Anthony said, I don't think he committed nowhere. I think he gonna either try to go to the G League or overseas. Like I don't see him going to college. That's just my thoughts.
Yep.
G-Day, you was at this game.
I was at the game, man. The game was exciting, man. It was. Like I like atmosphere where crowds get into, and then as well as the bench, like both benches were animated. They got into it. Chris Marshall, he holds nothing back on the court. He don't care who you are, where you rank. If he can get in your head, he will. if the referees as well, like it doesn't. Everybody can get it. But that's just the type of person that he is. But he still played very well basketball. Jalen Lowe couldn't get his shot to fall, but he still affected the game with assisting and playing defense. Was really big on the defensive end. It was a lot of calls that kind of could have went either way, but hey, I'm not a referee, and I know how Coach Ant feels about referees at times. Uh, but I'm not a referee. I can't make those calls. I could just state my opinion.
Oh, I
Um,
saw some BS referee calls today.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
if we gonna talk about it, we could talk about the refs. Zebras.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about referees. That's why I said, hey, I'm not a referee. Referees make their calls. It is what it is. Uh,
Here go Carter. Here go Carter.
it
Bryce
is
is just
what it
too
is. So
good. They had
I
no
can't say,
chance.
But
I can't
Carter,
say
you been saying, nah, I ain't gonna
about
bring that up.
Chill,
I ain't gonna bring
Rod.
that up. I ain't
Chill,
gonna bring
Rod.
that up.
Rob, get a Rob. Get a Rob.
Appreciate
Hey,
Carter for watching. Shout
yeah,
out Carter. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for watching.
appreciate
Hey,
everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate
facts,
everybody.
facts, facts,
All right,
facts.
hey, we gotta jump real quick. Jump to the baseline, boys, with the baller plug.
Think I'm immune. What's up, everybody? Live from the truck today. Don't ask, I won't tell. See how we got going. You see this? It's the BS already. Starting out baseline boys in the dark. But while we talking, let's talk about some things that dropped the last weekend or so. Let's talk about the EYB girls releasing their schedule and about the teams that are in Texas. You know, Texas holding strong with 4 teams. Um, Drive Nation, Pro Skills, DFW for Elite. Talent that's going to be on the girls EYB. Also, um, Duncanville played DeSoto this week. I thought that game would probably be a lot closer than what the score might have indicated from the beginning. DeSoto won. Shouts out to those ladies because I know Duncanville bring the hard head every night. And also, shout out to the Naismith Watch down there at Side Creek. That was a impactful week for women's basketball. And also, I was in the gym. I got to see St. Pius and St. Agnes. St. Agnes is a well coached team. They get to their spot, they hit their shots. Um, it doesn't matter if they're down. They just have team concept. And St. Pius is definitely one to watch. Once they get everything together and situated and just get some more basketball under their belt, I think they'll be scary to play. Um, Also, let's take a moment to acknowledge that girls basketball in the city has increased tremendously over the last 5 to 6 months, and I, that wouldn't be possible without the visibility that's being provided everywhere by everybody. And just want everybody to take time, pat their back, round of applause. And before we finish this segment of Baseline Boys, we'll talk about some unicorns I got to see in the gym today at the Southwest Showcase. Um, Got to see Amaya Hall and Alana Morris, a couple of 25 and 26s. Um, when you're 6'3" as a 2026 girl, sky's the limit, right? Got to see Brooklyn Mims from Legacy High School. Shout out Legacy. Uh, oh, I almost butchered your name. I'm sorry. Ayla McDowell. She stood out to us today. And Janiyah Marshall. Those are a few girls that really caught my eye because I hadn't seen them previously. And for middle school girls, they really you know, they're different than most girl hoopers, and I just wanted to shout them out in the segment. Oh yeah, shout out Harden, Jefferson, Mr. Ardon. Uh, that's really the first squad that we actually covered when they dropped the banner last year. Ashlyn Jackson, shout out to Alberta Guillory and Asia Wheeler. I know they're seniors; they moved on, but shout out those ladies too. You know, it's one little old me. So if you feel that your team is getting some recognition, email the show with some of your team highlights so we can get those ladies some well due recognition out here and get some eyes on them. And appreciate you for listening to another segment of the Baseline Boys with the Baller Plug.
Hey,
Yeah,
I want to start some controversy real quick.
hold on. Before we start controversy, if y'all do have any footage of girls, y'all can send it in. GDAY at bshscouting.com. That is GDAY at bshscouting.com. Y'all can send in the film. As you seen last week, we had Royal Harmon part of the top 10 plays. And so this is high school basketball highlight boys and girls. Doesn't matter what it is. And so that's what we're here for, the bridge the gap in Houston to build a community, man. All right, go ahead, start your mess, Rob, man. Come on,
Duncanville got some problems. Ooh,
Hey,
they might not
hey,
make it back. I ain't gonna say nothing, but they 0-2 against DeSoto in district.
What they got? DeSoto got, and no offense to the ladies, but DeSoto got kids that's taller than me and you, Rob. And I'm 6'3".
I know they might not. Deja Kelly is not walking through the door.
Ooh,
And
tough.
DeSoto loaded.
Hey.
They look like the Monstars when they get off
Hey,
the bus.
you count out that Duncanville team if you want to, and they gonna Tom Brady 12 you every time.
Oh yeah, you experienced that today, but we ain't gonna get into all that though. we ain't got enough time in the show to get it. I was worried.
You know why we
got
not?
APB,
Because my
so
team
you
played today and yours didn't.
Hey, y'all at the same place we at. If you ain't in Tampa, then you ain't nowhere. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Duncanville girls. I hope y'all watch this show. I love y'all to death. Y'all be wearing the same Jordans. That budget is amazing at Duncanville. But if y'all don't come up with something to combat that size before you get to regionals, woo, we might be having another team from Dallas. It might be green and gold against blue and white. And y'all know who the blue and white is. But anyway, shout out to all the girls. Shout out to all the girls, man, doing their thing in the city, man. Shout out to all the girls. I'll be watching y'all. I don't know all y'all names, but I'll be watching though. Shout out to all y'all.
Carter,
real quick.
and Carter with this Bryce number 1 and Arsenal number 2. We're gonna have a debate here soon. Don't worry, we're gonna have it. Hanging with Coach Willis coming very soon. And Carter, you will be a guest, son. You will be a guest.
23 points away from 1,000 points. A Jayla Olamwiki from John Cooper High School. Go check her out.
Okay.
Cool. Hope she get it.
Benjamin Bob, Side Creek.
All right. Next game. Shout out to Forever Young Film for this game. Westbury Christian versus St. Thomas Episcopal. y'all wondering why I say it's Westbury Christ, I couldn't fit it all on there. But y'all know what it means. Westbury Christian, they took the 2-point victory over St. Thomas Episcopal. Once again, shout out to Coach Arch, Forever Young Film. He's a big time advocate and covers St. Thomas Episcopal. And so just want to salute him and for the work that he's been doing as well, and stuff that he does to help players as well. So hey, if we can't help you, it's many people who can help. And that's what I'm here for, is just to bridge it all together, man. Hey, if we all helping, I just feel the city's in a better place, and in really good hands. Close game. Hey, they're in the same district. They're both TAPS. They're both 4A schools. They're both in District 5, and they got to play each other again. The last game of the regular season before the playoffs. Hey, that game was kind of close, fellas. Any predictions on the next matchup, man? What y'all think is going to happen?
I don't know, man. I think Westbury Christian should probably pull out another close one, especially since it'll be at home. It's kind of hard to win away games sometimes for high school kids. So when you get an away win like that, you kind of go in the home game. Man, I'll put that up there. Go to the home game.
It's more.
I see it. Go to the home game with a little bit more confidence and things like that. Role players play better at home. So, I think it'll be a really good game. I think it's probably close again, but, never know. St. Thomas Episcopal always got, they play very well. Kobe is a beast with that crossover. I'm like, man, with that flow haircut out there, boy, got that long, shaggy.
Hey, he looked like Adam Morrison, man.
Yeah,
Morrison,
for real. Well, he got that boy on skates and finished with that floater. So I was like, oh, man, so it's going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a good game. Because I ain't going to lie, I bet a lot of people thought once Westbury went down, they was going to blow through that district, just blow everybody out. And it's some good pieces in that district.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think like Coach said, it'll be another close game, but I think Westbury pulled it out. They got a little bit more talent than St. Thomas Episcopal. That's big. Zaire Walker, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. That's big. He's finally getting his legs back under him.
Yeah, man, he did.
Yeah. So that's big. I like both teams, though. Like you said, a lot of people expect the Westbury Christian to kind of buzz all through, but it's some teams in there. Coach Twine always got his team ready to play, man.
No, he does. He does a good job, man. Even as well as Westbury Christian, they're doing a good job as well.
Yeah.
I know both teams can't go to state. Only one can, but so they have a potential chance. Like they're gonna meet up again in February, and then they can meet up again in the semifinals.
Which is BS because TAPS changed that after the year Concordia and St. Pius went to the championship. They was like, nah, we can't have 2 representations from Houston. So they made it to where Dallas playing their semis, Houston playing their semis, and then it's a Dallas and Houston, which I think is BS because what if the best 2 teams is in Houston? So I think that's BS. I think that's one of the things that they should never change because, like, what if Westbury and St. Thomas Episcopal are actually the best 2 teams in their TAPS district? All right, come on. Like, you can't, and that was one thing I always liked about TAPS is you could have that certain situation. But now it's kind of like UIL regional, Dallas here, Houston here, San Antonio, and Austin, all the other schools there. So, but yeah.
Go
ahead.
Nah, I'm looking at the comments, but
okay, yeah, appreciate everybody.
Hey, it's cool. Hey, listen. It's cool. Like I told y'all the last episode, Terrence Austin plays defense and offense, and like I said before. We talking about matchups. Can Bryce Griggs hold Terrence Austin up? No. Can Terrence Austin hold Bryce Griggs? I think he can. But again, it's 2. Hey, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Because again, I really want to see them match up in the playoffs. It's cool. Hey, it's all cool. Or even in the EYBL, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's cool. But again, I like Terrence Arsenault because when y'all talk about prediction, projection, his size, I mean, 6'7", can handle the ball, shoot, play both ends of the floor. I mean, what are we talking about here? I'm just saying, hey, can play multiple positions. He can guard multiple positions. I mean, I'm just stating what y'all be telling me to look at when I do my rankings, because I'm still new to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking from a coach's standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Interesting.
All right, we're going to hop into a couple of top teams from around the area real quick, and then go over some matchups, and then, of course, the fan favorite top 10 plays of the week. All right, so coming in, top 10, this is the private school independents. Here's your top 10 teams. You got Legacy, who's been sitting idle for about 2 weeks now. They play this Friday. Believe they are playing against Premier Academy. Location is to be determined. You got the Woodlands Christians, Houston Christian, first team out of anybody who has 20 wins on the season. Salute to them. You got Concordia Lutheran 16-4, Episcopal's 9-4, Westbury Christian 11-5, Grace Christian has a chance to win taps at the 2A level. Have a really solid kid, Nick Anderson over there, who's averaging like 29 points a game right now. Second Baptist at 9-6, number 9 is Cypress Christian 15-7. On to your 5A and 4A. 5A, 4A, top 10, Beaumont United number 1, Manville number 2, High Tower number 3. We got Yates, a 4A team. That's sitting at number 4, Caddy Paytow. Number 5, Goose Creek Memorial at number 6, Nederland at number 7, Foster at number 8. Another 4A team, Lamarck, who moved from Region 3 over to Region 4 this year for 4A. Would have liked to seen that last year, even though there was no state, but still it could have been the fact that it could have been, Yates, Lamarck, Faith Family, all at state. Yeah. And salute to Stafford, not to take anything away from them guys, because they made it to state. But Lamarck's in the same district as Stafford now. And then you got Huffman, who took their first loss on the season this past Friday to Hardin Jefferson.
To who?
Hardin
Jefferson.
Oh, Jefferson
man.
Clipped them.
Yeah.
That's always a good game.
Huffman took their first loss. I'm still riding with Huffman as my pick.
No,
Rob thinks I'm crazy.
I do.
I like that Beaumont United 18-0, baby. I like it.
Oh yeah. Beaumont United.
I just want to stay for the fact that Manville is 14-1 and that one loss came to Atascocita at Atascocita.
It did.
And I said that Manville was gonna make the regionals, and everybody told me I was stupid and I was smoking. I just want to point that out. That's all. Continue, Peter. I'm sorry. Continue.
On to the 6A. Atascocita, of course, still undefeated. Number 1 spot. Bel Air, number 2. We got Shadow Creek at 10-2 at number 3. Got Elkins 13-1, number 4. Clearbrook 17-1 at number 5. Side Creek is 13-3 at number 6. Westfield 16-3 at number 7. Side Woods 13-2 at number 8. Klein 13-3 at number 10. And number 9. And Klein Forest 11-2 is number 10. Klein and Klein Forest play this Tuesday. We will get into that as soon as we get into these top games of the week. So on Monday, you got Houston Memorial versus Stratford. Hey, this is a rivalry game.
Yes,
right now, Stratford only has 1 loss in the district, and they sit in second place behind Side Creek. That only losses came to Side Creek this year so far. And so these teams, they playing Monday, and then they're going to turn around and play each other again on Friday. Who do y'all got for the first matchup, Stratford or Memorial?
Got Memorial got the best player. I got Stratford though. They got a big team. Luke Hatcher been playing good. Hector, I don't know how to say his last name. Hector he been playing well as of late. He kind of rounded into shape. They got a big team. I'm gonna go with Stratford here.
I'm going right along with him with Stratford as well. I went and watched him play against South Ridge. They are a really big team. at every position, they're a big team. So I got Stratford on that one.
Then we got another district rivalry matchup going on. Shadow Creek versus their 10-2. That's a typo with 9-2 versus Alvin. I'm sure everybody got Shadow Creek in that game.
Yeah.
That's an Alvin ISD rivalry for that game right there. Those are the top 2 games for Monday. Moving on to Tuesday. Here's your top 3 games. You got Seven Lakes, who took their first district loss to Katie Tompkins last Friday, versus Maid Creek, who is hot right now on a 3-game winning streak, and they sit at 3rd place in the district. And it's at Maid Creek, fellas. Who y'all got, man? Maid Creek or Seven Lakes?
I'm riding with Fob, man. I think Fob gonna do a great job coaching. I'm riding with Maid Creek at home.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Maid Creek on this one too. They gonna play more desperate. They trying to continue to stay in the playoffs without having to play a playing game. So I give Maid Creek the edge in this one.
Hold on, I'm gonna get off topic. I am not going to that Alvin game. Coach Archie, he know the scoop, man. All right, I got Maid Creek as well. This is a big game. Foster versus Hightower. Last time Foster did not have Big Deuce, and Hightower barely won the game. Who do y'all got? This time the game is at Hightower. Foster or Hightower?
I got Foster.
Yeah, I was about to tell. I'm taking Foster in this game because
Big
of the
Deuce.
fact Deuce. Yeah,
Big Deuce. That's a different type of monster there. It's a different type of monster.
It is. I still feel Hightower's still gonna win the game.
okay.
I do. Okay. Next game, Klein versus Klein Forest. Another big game. Klein is undefeated in district. Klein Forest, both their losses have come to district foes, one of them being Klein. They got their revenge against Klein Kane. And so, fellas, who y'all got?
Where they playing at?
At Klein Forest.
I'm going with Klein Forest. I'm gonna tell you again. Klein Forest. I'm telling you, when you go to Klein Forest and you play at Klein Forest, it is a different type of atmosphere. So I told you that with Tomball lost. It's a different type of atmosphere when you go play Klein Forest at Klein Forest. When they play home, it's different. I'll delete your number then, man. I got you. But yeah, I gotta rock with Klein Forest on that one.
Right.
Well, Klein, Coach Arnold, 25 years coaching experience. He done been over their way plenty of times. They gonna play slow no matter what you do. Yeah, I got Klein, man. I think
this is gonna be a really close game. I'm gonna go with Klein by 2.
Ooh. Hey, I won last week, Rob. Y'all said Tomball. I had Klein Forest, so
you did.
Yeah.
Well, Rob, you said Klein Forest. G-Day the one said Tomball.
Yeah, I picked Klein.
Yeah,
I picked Klein Kane to beat them.
I picked Tomball, man.
Yeah.
Wednesday, a couple of matchups. You got Lake Creek versus Kingwood Park. This game has a lot of implication on who can sit in first place within their district. This is a 5A matchup. Lake Creek last year made it all the way to regionals in the playoffs. Kingwood Park had a good record last year, but got thumped in the first round. Fellas, who do y'all got in this game? Lake Creek or Kingwood Park? Kingwood Park won the first matchup.
I got Lake Creek.
How much Kingwood won by the first matchup?
Honestly, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. But I got Lake Creek anyway. So
I got Lake Creek. Desperation.
It's at Lake Creek too, right?
Yeah. No, the game's at Kingwood
Park.
Okay.
The game's at Kingwood. I'm gonna go with Lake Creek for the game though. Next game, I will be at this game. This game is Manville versus Goose Creek Memorial. Manville 14-1, Goose Creek Memorial 14-3. I'm gonna roll with Manville, but I'm still excited to see the matchup. I'll be there in person.
I'm gonna roll with Manville, but Goose Creek Memorial been having a heck of a season. Sam Bradford and those guys been getting it done over there. Coleman, those guys, but I'm gonna go with Manville.
I got Manville, Sean Walker, getting busy.
And then next you have Cy Ranch versus Cypress at Cy Woods. This is going to be a tough game.
It's an easy pick for me.
Cy Ranch 14-4, Cy Woods 13-2. Fellas, who do y'all got?
It's at Cy Woods? It's not at Cy Ranch?
Woods.
Cypress Woods. I got Cy Woods.
I got Cy Ranch.
I hope I'm still on Miss Raspberry Christmas list, but I got Cy Woods.
I got Cy Ranch.
I'm going to go with Woods at home.
Hey, GD, I need you to start writing these predictions down.
Yeah, write them down, man. Hold our feet to the fire. 'Cause that's what the Klein Forest parents do. They let me know when I'll be wrong, man.
Even though if they do lose this day, they will be in third place if they lose to Klein. But
who?
Klein Forest.
Oh, okay.
All right. Friday, you got Summer Creek versus Westbrook. Who y'all got?
Summer Creek.
Summer Creek.
Got Summer Creek as well. Westbrook had 6'8" kid transfer out.
Christian Duels?
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll with Summer Creek on this game as well. This game, Angleton versus Marshall, holds a lot of playoff implications. Angleton has the third spot right now. Marshall is sitting at fourth because of they hold the victories over Terry. Angleton beat Marshall by 2 points the last time they met. Can Marshall do enough to win this game?
What you laughing at, man?
Because every time I say something about Klein Forest, one of their parents, Miss Tiffany Chandler Williams' mama, she's just in the comments. Just all of a sudden, they just popped up out of nowhere. She just came out of nowhere.
I love my Klein Forest parents. They hold your feet to the fire, boy.
I love them to death, but they just come out of nowhere. They like Jason. They just appear to stab you in the heart. But I'm going with Marshall. They got the better players. Shout out to Angleton. They have an incredible season. But I think Chris Marshall and Jalen Lowe too much for them.
What did the kid transfer? They said what did he transfer to? I got Marshall.
That I don't have all the information on where he's going, but I just know that he's not there no more.
Gotcha. But I got Marshall on that game.
Yeah, Miss Stewart, from Westbrook, Christian Dudes. I don't know where he's going to, but I know he's not at Westbrook anymore. I think Marshall's going to win this game. It's a home game for them. They said that last time, the referees kind of jobbed them as well because they were up with like a minute left. And then all of a sudden, all these fouls just was called, and Angleton ends up winning the game. So I'm going to roll with Marshall. And then you got May Creek. Once again, they got Tompkins. They're both tied right now at the third seed. They're both rolling. May Creek 3-game win streak right now. Tompkins is on a 4-game win streak. May Creek beat Tompkins the last time they met, but the game was at May Creek. This time the game is at Tompkins. Who y'all got, fellas?
Tompkins.
May Creek.
I'm gonna roll with Tompkins at home for this game. And then on to Saturday's matchups. You got Cy Woods versus Cy Park at 1 p.m. Cy Woods won the game last time, 13-2 versus 12-4. Who do y'all have?
I got Cy Park.
Cy Woods.
I'm gonna roll with Park at home. I think it's gonna be a tough game. Cy Woods got a tough week. They got Ranch and Park. Ranch on Wednesday, Park on Saturday. It's gonna be a tough week for them.
Rob, how much you want to bet? All the teams have 2 losses after this week because Cy Woods gonna lose to Ranch and Cy Park.
Nah, Cy Woods ain't losing 2 in 1 week.
All right.
Oh, this is archive, so we can roll this back at any time. I'm going with Woods to go. Well, I said this. I said this when we were doing the district prediction on the other show. I'm going with Woods to go undefeated in this district.
Okay. Right. I'm just telling you, all teams will have 2 losses if South Park and South Ranch beat them this week.
True.
And my prediction of being tied will be In play. I'm just telling you.
That's true.
All right.
All right, next game, Laporte versus Manville. Laporte sits in second place in the district right now. Nobody's seen this happening this season for them. But they're in second place in district, but they're playing Manville. I'm rolling with Manville.
Manville.
And then the final game, top game for Saturday, Westfield versus Decaney. I will be in attendance at this game as well.
They playing at 7 p.m.?
The side was, they play at 7 o'clock Saturday.
On a Saturday?
Yes. And so I'm rolling with Westfield in this game. I like Coach Stevens.
Shout out Coach Stevens, my guy.
I will be in attendance though.
Where they playing this game at?
At Decaney.
Close game. I'm gonna go with Westfield though. Shout out Coach Stevens.
I got Westfield. Westfield for me.
And those are the top games on the deck for the week. Fellas, hey, before we wrap this up and hit on this top 10, man, anything y'all want to talk about high school related basketball wise, man? When I do receive more information about dudes, I will let you guys know next week.
I just want to say my predictions that I've been making this year, they looking pretty nice right now. Robert Carroll remembers everything. If y'all didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm petty. So if you hit me up, I'm gonna remember what I said. And I'm gonna give your props, and G-Day can attest to that. But boy, if I'm right and you try to duck me, I will find you. Because I know this for sure. Either I'm gonna have to see the Klein Forest team, or they're gonna have to see me. And I want Klein Forest to do good. But if my prediction is right, Mr. Williams, I'm gonna have to talk to you, sir. Gonna have to talk to you. Go ahead.
Nah, man. Just again, status. Make sure we start eliminating that from basketball. We need to get away from that.
Miss Akeisha, I didn't forget about you guys playing Summer Creek. You guys won by 2 points. I didn't have any film on the game. I apologize for that part. I tried to reach out and get film from I know 2 people who were there, but they didn't want to share their film. So I didn't get film for the game.
G-Day is out of line.
I'm not out of line. I'm about building and holding people. If I have to hold the kids accountable, I gotta hold other people accountable.
Adults accountable.
She said, "Hey, who have to be missed?"
who won the key game in Summer Creek?
No, Summer Creek played Atascocita this weekend.
But didn't we talk about that? Like the
Summer Creek beat them.
Yeah,
but how much?
15.
How many did Javon have?
I don't know.
I don't know. 130 though.
I don't know what he had, but Summer Creek beat C King. That was on Tuesday, and then on Saturday they played Atascocita. Atascocita beat them by 2 points. So Atascocita remains undefeated.
Here come Carter crazy.
So G-Day, I'm gonna ask you with Miss Stewart with Miss Akeisha on the feed. So do you think Atascocita had a couple of games where they done won, but it's been close. So do they need to drop a game before they go to the playoffs?
Oh yeah,
Mr. Keisha, you think Caleb and them need to lose before they? Because listen to this that he about to say.
All right, now are they going to lose? No, they're not going to lose any games. But I feel that every team should go into the playoffs with at least one loss, instead of that only loss of the season coming in the playoffs. So would you? I'm just asking. So
win undefeated?
They're undefeated. They're undefeated.
Can you win undefeated?
They can. You can. No, you can. Okay. You can go undefeated, and you can go to state, and you can be crowned the champion undefeated, not lose a single game.
Because that's what I'm predicting. That's what I'm predicting for.
She said, "Hell no."
Hell no.
Right. Hey, and it can happen. That can happen. They can go undefeated, win state. I'm there. Rah rah rah. I'm cheering them on. I'm there. My personal feelings is every team should at least take some type of loss before the playoff. It don't have to be in district per se. I just think that helps build better chemistry. We've been here. We know how it feels. And so it's tough when you're in the playoffs and let's say a team gets a lead on you, and it's 2 minutes or 3 minutes left in the game, and they just hold the basketball, and then you lose the game because they hold the basketball. Like Klein Forest lost in the playoffs, undefeated. The team
Uh-oh.
had possession. Rob, don't cry. Put your glasses back on. They took the lead and they held the ball basically the entire fourth quarter.
Hey, Carter said they losing to Shadow Creek and regionals, and Miss Stewart said, "Who we losing to?"
They actually would they would play Shadow Creek in the third round. That would be a game to play to go to like I said, me and G-Day was up to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning doing the bracket yesterday. They would play attach the seed in the third round to go to regionals. Elkins has the easiest road to regionals, by the way.
They do, and that's why I'm saying, Miss Stewart, y'all not gonna lose to nobody, especially in district play, and hopefully in the playoffs y'all don't either, because I want to be there when y'all undefeated and y'all whooping on Duncanville at the state championship game in the Alamo Dome.
Well, you got to stay impartial, G-Day. You can't say you hope they don't lose. You got to stay impartial.
I don't want them to lose. I'm just saying, if you take the L before, I feel it's better than take it. I don't feel it hurts as much. That's just how I feel.
I think with Atascocita Cedar, the way the team is built, I think they prepared for adversity already. Especially how they seasoned last year, and then the team they have. I mean, them kids been rocking together for some years. You know what I'm saying? So I think they prepared.
Yeah, no, not district, Miss Stewart, man.
Period.
Y'all, Summer Creek would have been y'all toughest opponent in district, and y'all beat them twice already, so they out the way.
They said Christian Diggs did not transfer out of Westbrook. It was a sophomore. He transferred to BU to sit on the bench behind Wesley Yates and Dobbs because he's just not playing over it. Wow.
I was told differently, Mr. Ordon, but hey, I'll fact check as well. But I know you're from that area, so thank you. All right. Hey, it's that time, the time that everybody loves, man. Everybody likes all the other segments as well, but this one is more so the fan favorite because everybody wants to see, out of all the submissions, hey, did I make that top 10? Hey, let's get into it. Hey, coming in at number 10, you got Jacob Cole catching the alley-oop from Jalon Calvin. Our number 9 play is Reggie Prudhomme. He catches the alley-oop from Matthew Lewis. Hey, honestly, I was shocked to see him get up there. Number 8 play, Caleb Stewart, defense, and then sauce me please behind the back, takes it in for the easy layup, showing you that he can play defense, wrap around behind the back, absorbs the contact, nice finish at the rim. Coming in at number 7, baseline me BB Knight with the old school swing, two-handed jam, swing on the rim. Hey, that's that monkey bars. Remember we used to dunk on the monkey bars on people, man? Coming in at number 6, you got Jacoby Flores with a nice crossover, man. The only thing that may be questionable is, did he really push him? Hey, I just think he got crossed. Coming in at number 5, you got a nasty little nutmeg right here by Chris Marshall. Hey, I know the holidays is over, but hey, a little nutmeg never hurt nobody. Coming in at number 4, we got Jalen Bernard. Active hands, takes it down. Come here, bodies his defender. Hey, this is the 3rd week in a row that he's made top 10. 2nd week in a row that Caleb made top 10 as well. Coming in number 3, hey, Josh Vangas this is my bad. Elijah Lawrence off the backboard to Jacob Cole. Number 2 is Josh Vangas from May Creek. Nice steal right here. And he just bodies his man. Hey, that's nasty right there. That's nasty, man. Hey, you can even see Coach Fobb saying, on his head. On his head. Number 1 play, Leslie Newsom with the nice slip and slide ride crossover. Excuse me, come here. Hey, snatched him. Hey, that's nasty, man. That play even was on SportsCenter's Instagram. And that's our top 10 plays of the week, man. Hey,
oh my God!
Hey. Tell me of another high school show based within a city that has like noteworthy top 10 plays.
Josh Vegas, you gotta chill, man. That man got a family, man. God,
Hey,
he put his
fact.
knee in his mouth. Ooh.
Hey
Hey,
man, I
with
think it looked
that,
like he hit his head on the backboard, man.
yeah.
And Leslie Newsom? Oh,
Hey, that was. Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse
Excuse
me,
me.
please.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm talking about slid that boy. Hey, slid. Hey, yo,
somebody
man.
said, God.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
I'm telling you,
man.
bro.
That
Hey.
top 10 some serious. Jalen
It is, man.
Bernard.
Hey, I'm with you, Carter, man. You got to
Hey,
get
facts.
helped out after that crossover, man.
Hey, facts. The
Somebody
only that's almost as close as that crossover that dude got crossed and he hit his head on the
Head on the
floor.
floor,
Like,
yeah.
up
Hey,
to my
hey, Art, man, we should have measured it. We should have seen how far he slid.
Hey, replay that. Replay that.
Man,
Replay that. Replay that one.
Bad.
Just replay
See
that
how
one.
far he slid, man.
That was bad.
What he said? What did you send the highlights?
Hey, man, great. I'm glad that you asked that question. So send all highlights to gday at bshscouting.com. Once again, gday at bshscouting.com.
Jalen
Every
Bernard on
week,
the top
every week we do
5.
top 10. So make sure that y'all get your highlights in. The week
Oh yeah,
before
he keeps saying he gonna get on there. Jalen
Yeah.
Bernard said like, hey, he said, G-Day, keep doing this because I'm gonna keep getting on there. Dunk.
Hey,
Hey,
every
body.
he's been on every week.
Every week he been on.
He's been on. Caleb Stewart been on. That's two weeks in a row for Caleb Stewart as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that's the second time like BB's been on, and so not to say that it's just for certain kids.
Nah.
You guys, hey, it's up to what you submit, and I don't want people to try to go out there and try to make plays. Just play basketball, and if something happens and somebody's filming, you just got caught on camera. That's all, man.
Hey, my boy Archie said that slide was longer than my longest triple jump. Put boy in a push-up position. Hey, man, wow.
Man, we thank y'all for tuning in.
He's home backwards.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Make sure you tell Tyler to send his.
Tell Tyler.
Miss Stewart does submit every. Miss Stewart sent in about 5 plays of Caleb, so make sure y'all send y'all plays in. Last week we had 30 submissions. This week we had 45 submissions. Hey, so people are sending their plays in.
Hey,
but only 10 could get selected. I'm sorry.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, that if they would have sent you that other field from Summer Creek, that left hand dunk he got against Summer Creek, that was
but I wasn't able to download for some reason.
Okay, that book was
yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Hey, so eventually we're gonna do not top 10, right?
Hey. I don't see too many people posting.
Hey, G-Day like, nah. Hey, G-Day said, nah. We can't be that honest. Not yet.
Yep, that's why I missed it. That's why I can't grab it.
Oh, because okay, yeah. I can't even say that. I ain't gonna even say that.
Hey,
I know what you're talking about.
It's cool. It is what it is, man. Yeah, hey, that's right, Mr. Ordon. Shaq in the food. Hey, I don't see too many people posting those, but if we can catch a couple of them, at least 5, we can do 5.
Hey, my boy, Jalen Bernard there said, hey, my boy, hunting heads. He hunting heads, man. Hey, he head hunting right there.
Yeah,
for sure. But he's coming in the Florida game though. He ain't just trying to do nothing that he can't do. He's coming. He said, "Oh, I'll get you."
Hey, man, we appreciate everybody for chiming in, all your comments. If y'all haven't done so, please make sure that you love it, retweet with a comment, share it, whatever platform you on. Just make sure that y'all push it out, man, and we'll continue to pushing and doing what we do on our end as well. And if y'all know anybody who's like even just filming your games, have them submit film and we can recap it, talk about it, even just play it. The fact that I know some kids, parents on here they have kids who already have college situations set up, but there's a lot of kids who don't. And so I know for a fact there's college coaches who go back and watch this if they're not on live, who go back and watch it later, and then they'll be like, "Hey, tell me about so and so. Hey, tell me about this kid. Hey, I really like what you're doing." And so, hey, y'all, you just never know. And so, it's just our job is to create this platform, not for us, but for y'all. All right.
For you.
And make sure, hey parents, as we start, my boy G Day, thank you for today dropping what you talking about Willis segment from last week. Parents, players, man, send me, comment underneath, let me know some topics to talk about if you got questions, to give you my opinion, different things like that. I'm always looking for topics like that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's what we're about. Good energies, good vibes, man. Try to stay positive, man. Hey, we'll get on each other's heads every once in a while, but it's all out of love, man. We're not doing it to try to hurt nobody's feelings. All we can do is be honest with each other, hold the kids accountable, and hold ourselves accountable, as well as hold you, the parents, accountable. Until next time, we appreciate y'all, but it's time to roll, fellas, man.
Gotta pay some bills, man.
Yes, sir.